Hentai Bikini Goblin game. Speaking of which, during dinner tonight, I had a conversation with Jen. We were talking about my phone, and then I was talking about how I was using this phone as my camera. It's right there. And she was like, "Don't you have a monitor for that?" And I said, "I can't use that monitor anymore. It has teeth marks." She goes like, "Teeth marks? How? Why?" And I said, "Well, I bit it." And she said, "You bit it? You bit your monitor? Why?" And I said I was mad at Twitch chat. And she was just like, "Look, I will bite you, okay? If I see you, any one of you in real life." She was just so confused. She's like, "You need that. You need that for work." I said, "I don't know, man. I got really mad and I bit it." I said, "I can't defend myself at all. There's no words I can use to defend my actions. But it is what it is. It's done. It's done." I said, "You could use it. There's teeth marks on it." It wasn't dementia. I didn't bite it because I thought it was food. I bought it because I'm an internet clown and I read something in chat I didn't like reading, and I'm like, now I gotta bite it. I gotta bite the monitor. I have not bit this yet. I use this as my little monitor to read chat. It's pretty good. I like this better. It's got a better, it's smaller, so it fits on this little stand a bit better. I've not brought it up. I try. It's not really possible, but I do the best that I can to try and remain professional in the Discord. Better mouthfeel than the monitor? I don't want to find out. Chartlet Wodonger. That game was great for the 3 days that we streamed it. Was it 3 days? Could have been 4 days. It's all right. Does only 4 messages work out well? It has 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes it fits 5. I mean, if chat gets real busy, I just look over here. This has got the big. It's got my big monitor, and I can see all of Twitch chat here. But for just like reading in real time, it's fine. Remember what it tasted like? It was like a little, like acidic. It's got an exposed circuit board on the back, so it's probably a pretty bad idea to bite it. Did I cut my hair? We did. We cut my hair. If you like it, Jen did a great job. If you don't like it, I screwed it up. Are you doing Rise? We are. We're not even AR200 yet. Well, I used the Floby. Of course we used the Floby. No, I didn't mean to delete that. God damn it. Whatever. No, it's an exposed circuit board on the back. I didn't like bite through the case. I'm not that unhinged. Tetronodon, where are you? You don't exist. I don't have one of you. Did I delete you? That was a mistake. Does look like you have a little bit of parking space on the left side of your hairline. Do you want a week or do you want a perma? Let me know. I'm feeling sympathetic today. I'll be kind. I like the Wendy's chili training video. The song is actually like legit really good. Like if they just change some of the words a little bit for the week, although I prefer an option that isn't that long. All right, well then I'll do a ban, and then you could appeal the ban, and then maybe it'll be less than a week. So for some reason my shortcuts aren't working, and then maybe. Oh god, now I got to hear my own voice. We're never going to get a Tetranodon. He was so young. He's been around for a long time. That doesn't mean he knows better, but he's been around for a while. Do I get a ban? I just like, I've kind of decided if people are going to come in and I haven't seen them in a while and the first thing they're going to do is talk shit, I'm just going to ban them. I just don't care. I am successful enough, I don't have to deal with it. That's bizarre as that sounds. And you know, if I like them or they grovel enough, then I'll unban them. And if I don't, then I'm still winning because I don't have to deal with them in my chat anymore. It's fine. They'll be okay. They'll either be back or they won't. They can still watch. They just can't subscribe or see Twitch chat. How am I? I studied really, really hard for my Japanese exam today, and I think I did okay. However, I have another one tomorrow, and then Wednesday, and then Friday, and then next week I have a midterm and an oral exam. It's literally nonstop hell. My life is a constant stream of hell. I do well. Like I've studied pretty hard. You have to say my hair is luscious. You have to say anything you don't believe. Here's the thing, okay? You got to make 3 mistakes. You have to think it, you got to type it in chat, and then you got to push the enter button. You fuck up 3 times, now I get to decide. That's on me. All right? Now, if you want to undo those 3 mistakes, now you got to grovel. Hope you're good at it. And if you don't want to come back, great. I don't want you here anyways. It's not hard. It's good feeling. It was getting crazy, man. My hair was going nuts. You want to be here? Well, just don't say anything to get this. It's very easy. Wild Hearts updates look weird. Thank you for giving us a new joke for once. Am I dead? Yep. I thought I'd be able to get the butt blast out. What if I get banned just so I can grovel for the unban? I mean, it's a risky tactic, but I mean, I'm not going to stop you. I think what I usually do now is like, I got to get like some health. Cause like I forgot, you just like die at this high of an AR. You need an haircut, it's between the shoulder blades? Seriously, like, unless you've got like unless you want to keep like a long hairstyle, man, the Flowbee is just so good, man. It takes care of everything. It's so nice. You just need to have a vacuum cleaner. And like the initial expense is like not cheap. It's like, what was it, like $100? Maybe $200? But you'll make your money. Have I ever worked for Blockbuster? I did work for Blockbuster when I was in college. I was a freshman in college and I worked at Blockbuster. It is quite possibly one of the worst jobs I ever had. They deliberately make the uniform to be humiliating. Like, they want you to look like a dork. So when people go out to get their movies, they're like, hey, look at this dork giving us the movie, man. Tell the story? I mean, maybe it was like something like an early warning sign, but there was like, I was working there and this was great. My manager's name was legit Chad. And Chad was like, I need you to come in at like 6 a.m. I'm like, man, I don't want to come at 6 a.m. What are we doing? So you got to come in at 6 a.m. because we got to do inventory. I'm like, fine, I guess. I mean, you're the boss. So I came in and you had to wear like a set of headphones and you had to scan every single video in the entire store. And every time you'd scan it, it'd make this really loud, like beep. Like I can't even make it annoying enough. But you know, you figure there's well over 1,000 items in the store. You're scanning them all. You hear like you know, 1 to 2,000 beeps in your ear for like 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, it's Blockbuster. So I did it until it was pretty much just for a summer. So I was 17 years old. I had my own apartment. I was in college. And I did it like for the summer. And then I got to school and I ended up getting a job at the library instead. And I'm like, Chad, I'm not working anymore. He's like, you need to come in. I said, no, I don't. I said, you know, he said, you're going to get fired if you miss 3 shifts. I said, good, fire me. So I just left. That was it. You know, they had a promotion at that game, Blockbuster at one point. It was like some sort of subscription where you could like, it was like an early version of like Netflix for games, like Gamefly kind of. What I think Chad's up to these days, he's probably retired by now. He's certainly not working at that Blockbuster anymore. That Blockbuster's long since closed. What did I borrow? Not returned? I don't think I did. I don't think I stole anything from there. What I did do is at that library, you know, I was a pretty good employee in the beginning. But then at one point, one of my coworkers is like, yo, you can install like Quake on these computers and play that. I was like, for real? He's like, for real, man. Like, I've been doing it for years now. I haven't gotten in trouble. And so like, as time went on, like I installed like increasingly more games and emulators and stuff like that on the work computers. And it was great until I got to this one website. I was looking for like an image for like Final Fantasy Tactics or something like that. And I still remember it had like a bunch of like King of Fighters sprites on the page, but it triggered some sort of like an antivirus warning. And I got called into the manager's office like, you know, a couple days later. And she was like, yo, did you go to this website? And I was like, and I didn't lie. I was like, yeah. She said, don't go to those websites. I was like, okay. I kept playing video games on the computer, but I was more careful. I mean, it's not, you know, yeah, she made a good point. She's like, you shouldn't be going on non-work websites on the work computer. And I'd installed so many games at that point, like I didn't really have any reason to be like going off the website. That was a good job, man. That was okay. I was okay with that job. You know, libraries have it. You got it pretty good there. Rebel, thank you. She got a cool math games? Oh, you're right. Probably. There's probably a lot of websites I could have gone to that would have not caused me these issues. All right, hopefully we don't die now. That was a fun story. Never, as far as I can remember, I never worked at like any... Henma, thank you. I never worked at any like food place. Worst job. I think it was that one. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, there's different kinds of pain that you experience at work, right? So there's the physical pain and the humiliation of being like a bottom run Blockbuster butt boy. And then there's the emotional pain and suffering. Hey, Nongman and Fire Cannon, thank you. Oh. Emotional pain and suffering that you get when you work in an office, right? And I don't really like that. I just like, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know if that I'm too antisocial or like my brain's just broken. I just don't like working for people that in my estimation are dumber than me. Like, I don't mind if you're my manager and you're dumber than me. But I have issues if you are dumber than me and telling me to do stuff that's dumb. That's really bad. It's like, and I'm not the only one in my family. Like, my uncle's the exact same way. He gets in a lot of trouble, too. Light resistance skill? I have no idea, man. Yeah, it's authority issues, man. It's been that way for a long time. I'll take any criticism that you got a weakness of moral character. You're right. You'd all be right. So, I mean, there's some screechers out there. I was watching Northern Lion, and I think he was joking. But he said that he believes that being a Twitch streamer is the hardest job on the planet. I mean, if you really don't like your Twitch chat, or you don't know how to manage your Twitch chat, he's probably right. But man, it beats having a manager, dude. It really beats having a manager. Like, all day long, dude. I'll take that. What a nerd. I think it was just being a little funny, man. I mean, it's got, it's not, it's got its challenges. But, like, I would take being a screecher over working in a corporate office. Or Blockbuster any day of the week. Now, to be fair, there are some streamers, and it doesn't matter what streamer you are. At a certain size, like, you're just getting nonstop, like, verbal harassment. So, I mean, that's bad. And if you don't have a good mod team, or if you're not moderating yourself, I mean, you're constantly exposed to, like, psychic torture. So, like, that's not good. But in my opinion, I would rather take the psychic torture, and be able to have, like, my own schedule and, and have something that, I've worked on for a while, than have to, like, get up at, like, 5 in the morning for a Chad. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and, like, and that's a fair point. If you're a gig economy worker, I mean, I guess technically Twitch is kind of like gig economy. Dark Revelations, thank you. How are you? I mean, it's like all the insecurity you'd have with being an internet clown, plus, like, you're constantly physically face-to-face with people. That sounds rough. You don't know what's gonna go on. So it's like everything else, it's good and bad. For the most part, though, I'd say it's good. Big 5, that's a lot of time. Psychic torture is what I endure daily at work every day. Don't you have times during your work, though, where you're able to play your Switch? Am I misremembering that? I mean, I'm not saying there aren't struggles, but that's a pretty nice perk. I'm doing okay. I've got anxiety about my Japanese classwork, but I mean, I did that to myself. Not anymore. That sucks. That's terrible. One of the best jobs I had was working weekend double shifts at a group home for boys. I would come in on a Friday. Usually it was like early for some reason. I don't know why. It'd start at like 2. And because it was like the weekend, like it was like fun time. Like, I mean, not that like the kids would ever do their homework or anything. But like, it was the weekend. So, we'd get video games, we'd get dinner. Sometimes it'd be even a special treat for dinner. That's what the kids sold the Monster Night bottom? Yeah. You hang out with the kids until like, 8. If they were watching a movie, like maybe 9. They'd go to bed. And then from 9, my shift was like, 9 until like 8 in the morning. Get some chores done. And like, I'd sit in a nice comfy chair with like a computer. And then my own laptop. I would just like living the dream. No complaints. There were chores. Night shift had to do like some cleaning and stuff. That's fine. I didn't mind cleaning toilets. Didn't bother me at all. Maybe I'll hit here. And then, 8 o'clock, they'd start getting up. Like, I was gone. I got out of there. And I did that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I usually did, how many shifts was that? 2, 4, 6? It usually worked out so that I had 48 hours a week. So I would work a full 40 hours in 3 days plus 8 hours of overtime. And so it was a 3-day work week with 8 hours of overtime. That was great. I love that. The only issue was like they were really hesitant. This was like within recession time. Like they weren't very nice with like making people full-time and giving them benefits and stuff like that. That sucked. But the actual work itself was great. Don't give them knives? There was a point when I was working at, like, the really young kids' home. Like, the kids I was working with were, like, 10 to 14. These kids were, like, 6 to 10? And those kids were scary. I don't want to be mean about it, but, like, those are the kids, like, scared me. They got into the steak knives once, and one of the staff members had to hide in a room as one of them was, like, stabbing the knives under the door. And he had to, like, protect all the other kids, you know? Ball crusher? I didn't get hit in the nuts too much. I'm not saying I never got hit in the nuts. I definitely got headbutted. In the beginning, you get headbutted. You start to get pretty good after a while of not taking headbutts. They don't teach you how to not get hit by headbutts. You got to figure that one out on your own. Should probably heal. No, but I was getting hurt, man. Like, I got some permanent knee issues working there, I think. That's when they started. So I stopped, and I ended up going to work at financial institutions. Good job, Francis. Hey, Rajang's here. Can't frequently dodge headbutts? They were, like most places, that, they were constantly short-staffed, right? Like, I'm sure that's not an exclusively my issue. Most places I've worked always felt like if they just had one or two more employees, it would have been the dream job, but you're just chronically understaffed, so. I remember there was one point I was working at the credit union, and they were trying to go over, like, our lending goals. And they're like, what do you guys want as a reward for lending goals? And it wasn't like money or time off. We were like, please, for the love of God, can you just hire one more person? Which, like, that's sad, right? Is that sad? Like, it shouldn't be like that. Should it? That should not happen, dude. Hey, Jillian Carter, what's going on, dude? Cutting costs are what they're all about? I mean, it was a credit union. Like, the money is supposed to be used for the members' benefit. Meanwhile, like, everyone on the management team had a paid-for company car. So, and this was not a large credit union. Maybe 200 million, something like that. Not that big. Title update 5 already? We're probably going to get news this Thursday. Just crazy stuff, man. But yeah, I don't know. I work for Bezos now. Technically. Just ask Kogath? He probably knows. I'm assuming it's soon. Is it gonna be in April? Might be soon. When's Golden Week in Japan? It's coming up soon, isn't it? Some sort of spring break? One day of content, maybe they'll fix everything. May? All right, so yeah, maybe that'll be title update 6. The Amazon employees got to buy their own Amazon Prime. I do. I pay for my own Amazon Prime. It's worth it. I use it so much. Oh, you know what? I used, I had Amazon Prime credits, no rush credits, enough for, what was it? It was $10. I was able to buy copies of The Shape of Water, which is, I think is that technically a Guillermo del Toro movie? And American Psycho. I technically did not own the movie, so I ended up buying that. So I own both of those now. Well, I own it as much as you know, you own anything digitally. It is his movie. You know, he did the voices for the monster. What was that pronunciation for his name? I just don't quote me on that. Okay, I'm learning Japanese. I'm not learning Spanish. Guillermo del Toro? You know, there's that story of that one Japanese actress had a hard time pronouncing his name. So he let her call him, like, Totoro-san or something. Guillermo? Well, that was pretty bad. Add this? Let's see. What is the intended use case of that emote? What does that mean? It's weird, champ? I haven't done anything wrong, though. I gotta restart my chat app so I can see it. We had a good run of variety. I enjoyed Wild Sharks very much. I kind of enjoyed Wolong for what it is. You haven't tried Bareth because you had work? You're gonna make it, like, you're gonna be, like, freaking yourself out. No, but we got some variety planned. It might even be, like, I might even do, like, a Wednesday morning stream. It's like, it's a franchise we've technically played on stream before, briefly. Did Wolong not live up to Neo 2? Bro, it's like sad. It's a good game. It's worth playing if you have Game Pass. But I would like never. I mean, you can't. I mean, the only sentence it fits in is Wolong is not as good as Neo 2. It's a step back in every direction possible. And you can tell like they really cut a lot of corners when they're developing it, because like there are cutscenes that you would definitely want to go back and like redo the voice lines because like they're just wrong. Wolong better or worse than Strangers of Paradise? Strangers of Paradise is more interesting to play when you're trying to make a certain build and when you're trying to farm for certain types of gear. So in terms of like a pointless end game where you're just like making builds and be like, wow, I made a cool build, it's definitely better than that. Wolong, the best fights of Wolong crap all over the best fights of Strangers for the most part. There's some hard fights in Strangers. They both suffer on launch of having like a terrible end game. It's not feudal Japan, dude. It's Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Which, I mean, you would think would be better, but it's not. I promise you it's not. It's not better. We got a lot of Tigrex. We'll do this one. Wait, hold on. I wasn't bringing followers. Let's bring a follower. Why not? You know, Jack is good. You know, I mean, the job system's like, it's not bad. It's interesting. You know, the only issue I have is like DLC 1 and DLC 3 are just like so bad. It's just so bad. You thought Title Update 5 was in April? What's next month? It's sooner than you think, man. It's coming up, dude. Have I not made... God damn it. I want to make like a Thunder Greatsword. And a mission 2. I mean, there's some really good boss fights. Like, I'll be real. Like, there's some really, really good boss fights. I must have made a set. I'm losing my mind. Is there not a Thunder Greatsword set? That's not chaotic. Guess not. All right. Well, then I guess we got to make it. Should I get Rise? You haven't ever played it. Yeah. You should play it. All right, let's do the best we can. Why do I got so much latent power here? You ever heard of Rise of the Ronin? The game sounds very familiar. Rise of the Ronin. Is that the next Team Ninja game that's coming out on PlayStation? Maybe that's the real game. It's like, I know I sound like I'm coping real hard right now. I remember seeing a trailer for it. I mean, it looked okay. Do we need full weakness exploit? Yes. Leak Faith is coming soon. Later this week, right? Neo 3 is dead. They'll never make another one. I'm not like delusional. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. What is... Okay. Furious is good. I'm not sundowning, but I'm having a hard time focusing right now. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Been a while since we built sets. This is a good thing we're back. What else do I even need? What do I use all these slots for? I've got so many of them. Sharpness. Is there a date for your Neo 2 PC run? I've got 3 of them. Some of them are literally... There's a playlist on YouTube. There should be of literally the most recent one. It would have been... maybe like 18 months ago. The most recent one. That's a good playthrough. No fists. Fists are cheating. We'll just do this. Do that, plus... Should I do razor sharp or something? I need some way to manage sharpness. I mean, it's either Surge Slash or it's True Charge Slash, and I don't know what it should be. I should probably do Surge Slash. It's more interesting. Yeah, interesting things going on with Warframe. I played Warframe before. In my mind, like, I don't think it's a very good stream game because there's like not a lot of stakes going on, but they're adding like a proper roguelike mode to it. So it might be interesting. This remains to be seen. Bold and Blaze Steel. Dude, I can't remember anything. I think I probably want like some defensive things. Maybe Crit Element? I don't know. That sounds weird, but we're going to be doing a lot of elemental damage. Hard defense? Oh, that's right. We want, like, defense 6, right? Thank you. It's esoteric as a variety game? All of the elemental defense skills. Oh, that's right. You can just keep jamming them in, can't you? Like hard water defense and stuff like that. I could just ignore sharpness entirely. Maybe we'll do that. Well, I mean, that's, you know, that would be my thing. You know, hopefully it works out where that is good. The roguelike mode. Is there not like a hard dragon resist? Oh, you can get status trigger now? And burst plus? That's kind of cool. How neat. I mean, as terrible as I think this menu is, it is better than Wild Hearts by like a huge amount. Do you even need the dragon resistance though on this? Maybe. Can I fit it? Let's see what it does in the training area. 185. Furious does stack, yeah. Oh wait, we automatically have Dragon Resistance 3. All right, no, oh, never mind. Okay. Okay. I might just do that then, Hard Grinder. Do I remember how it works? Kind of. I mean, yes, I kind of. Sure. Let's say I do. No, I got Furious on here. Should we just put it the last point of defense? Let's put the last point on. Screw it. Fortify? Nah, we don't need that. AR-220? Not there yet, man. It's going to be a while. Mudavalo. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be some defense. Did I put any other defensive skills in? I mean, that should be enough, right? We have friends, too. Wait for a patch for Furious to be a 1 slot. I could see it being a 4 slot. For some reason, I did get recommended Northern Lion playing Super Auto Pets, though. And that got me to play Super Auto Pets. That's a fun little game. Anyone chat play that game? I watched Fire Cannon and Albino Donkey play it when it first dropped, and I'm like, that game looks neat, and I just never got around to playing it myself. It's nice because it's got cross-save everywhere. And I like that. Lightweight auto chess? It's like... Is it weird? Like, I don't even view it as like an auto chess. Because it's so simple. You know, there's like only like 5 slots. Like, you're right. That definitely meets the definition of like an auto chess. But for some reason, when I think of auto chess, I think of like something that's stinky. I'm not hating on auto chess, but I normally think of it as like a stinky game. No, it's not an idle game. It's you build a little team of pets that all have these synergies and stuff, and you play against other players. But it's like asynchronous. Auto battler, that makes a bit more sense. But if the new Monster Hunter game's also auto chess, if it's as relaxing and easy to play as Super Auto Pets, I guess. That would be, I would take that over Rise 2. Definitely. Give me that any day of the week. Hopefully this is enough sharpness. This should be enough sharpness, right? The mobile one? I would love an auto chess Monster Hunter game. They're gonna automate it in some way. In my mind, like I've already come to grips with the fact that it's gonna have like some sort of like automatic fight the monster mode. It'll be Nikkei. The Gunners will win. I mean, I like Cookie Clicker, you know? I don't know that I want to see bouncing Rathalos cheeks. Just get the head. Please get the head. Oh! That really wasn't that much damage, though. That looked like okay damage. We ever get the Monster Mobile game with the anime girls? Nope. I don't think we even had, like, a weird, like... Sometimes they do, like, open betas and stuff. I don't think we even got that. Like, there was, like, some, like, beta for, like, Explore in, like, Canada? I don't know what's going on there. But they got it. No one else did. Oh! That was kind of nice. It's still nothing that, like, compares even remotely to strong arm spam. But, you know, it's honest work. We did make a strong arm set. I did use it. He's probably about to transform. Use it again? I think the last time I used it was against Dargakuga. It went okay. You're playing Rise? You're so excited. Why? Does this appeal to you in some way? Fortunately, it's not like we're in the middle of a massive drought. We just got off of some cool variety games, so I guess I'm happy for what I have. I'm grateful. We've got another variety game coming up later this week, so I'm happy for that too. We just got off of Wolong. Wolong was okay. Still playing Octopath? No. 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 I only played that for like maybe 5 hours? I'm playing... I don't want to be like smug, like some sort of like a smug bastard. I'm playing more interesting Japanese RPGs. Okay. Oh, I'll absolutely go back to Wild Hearts with the update. Can you compare Wolong to Neo 2? It's good if you're a baby gamer. If you're a baby gamer that complained nonstop about the systems in Neo 2, then Wolong is pretty okay. It's like, you can make the same comparison to Octopath Traveler. Like, if you don't like having to make a lot of difficult strategic decisions in your video game, play Octopath Traveler 2. if you like real like difficult games, play Labyrinth of Refrain, or eventually was it Galleria Refrain? Labyrinth. I get the names mixed up. I suggest Chain Echoes. I should play it. I haven't tried to get Game Pass working on the new game in PC. That's okay damage. Labyrinth sequel's on the horizon. Isn't it out? How many games are there in the series? Super Auto Pets has more strategic decisions? It's a good game, man. My issue with Octopath is the same issue I had with the first one, in that, like, I just got sick of meeting the characters. Having to go through Chapter 1 8 times to, like, get the full backstory of all the members is just, like, it's just terrible game design. It's just the worst. It's, like, it's actually the worst thing. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, a worse game design than that. If you set out to do it. Want your Risen Valstrax quest? You'll get there, champ. Aren't all JRPGs like that? No. Usually the way it works is like, okay, say your average character level is like level 20, and you meet a new character. You're not instantly reverted back to prologue mode at level 1 every time you meet the new character for the next 1 to 2 hours. You know, like you play Final Fantasy VI. You know, who's a later character? Like, so Seltzer's like a later character that you get. You know, he's quite a bit of the way into the world of Harmony. You don't meet him, and it's not like, okay, time for you to learn about gambling. We're going to reset everyone back to level 1 and give you an hour of his backstory, and you're not going to have any of your other characters or equipment. Title Update 5, it's probably within the next month. So, I mean, look, I'm not saying it would be easy for them to do, but they're the ones that made the game. And, like, okay, yes, you could just, you don't have to do the backstory. You can just, you know, play it, and skip everyone's backstory. But, you know, it's like an RPG. Like, you want to know who these characters are. Imago or Gao? Why not both? They have a synergy, you know. Them and Mog are all great. I mean, if you're going to go hardcore, I mean, Gao is, like, cracked, but Amaru is pretty nice for, like, you know, just set him and forget him, I guess. I don't think Octopath is overrated. You know, Octopath has a decent amount of criticism, and it's not a bad game. You know, I mean, I enjoy the art style. It's fine. You know, I don't hate the HD 2D stuff. It's okay. It's just the pacing is just like the worst thing ever, you know? No, I like dungeon crawlers, and for a while I thought like the anime ones would be too anime, but honestly, like Labyrinth of Refrain is anime, but it's not that bad. You know, the cutscenes are definitely very anime, but they're at least well done. I mean, they're a little weird, but it's not, you know, not bad. At least I don't get reset to level 1 constantly. At least I have to sometimes think about how I'm going to fight a boss. The last dungeon crawler I played was Underknots. And well, it's got a really cool style. It just like wasn't that hard. And like, I'm not saying like, I'm some sort of god gamer. But just like playing normally, it just wasn't that difficult. Mary Skelter ones? See, like those are ones like, I'm like, you'd have to really convince me that they were okay to play them. Etrian Odyssey, best dungeon crawlers? See, my issue with Etrian Odyssey 1 is like, I get this like broken brain where I feel this obligation to like do hyper intense like material farming once that stuff gets like unlocked. And I just need to like not do that. That's a me problem. That's my problem. It's not necessary. It's not like I was stuck in the game and I had to grind. It's like, oh, time to grind. I know. I'm saying, like, I gotta, like, but at least, like, I can recognize, like, that's not a critical aspect of the game. 1 and 2 are rough to play. I mean, they did some neat stuff. I mean, they basically really helped keep that sort of genre of game alive. I mean, Japan in general, like, kind of never stopped enjoying, like, the Wizardry series, but definitely in the West, that sort of RPG has, like, died. New Wizardry's out, by the way. It's actually on sale right now. I was kind of thinking of getting it. Mario needs poison mushroom. That's a me problem. I know. I thought 3 was the best. I played the original Etrian Odyssey. I didn't play, like, if there was like a retelling of it, I didn't play that one. Gameplay in a Wizardry game? You make a team of people. Like, classic Wizardry is like, pick like a race, like a human, a dwarf, an elf, stuff like that. Roll their stats, and then, like, choose their class. Got, like, fighters, mages, clerics, thieves. Maybe you could choose, like, samurai if, like, you spend an hour re-rolling stats. Title update 5 is coming out soon. I mean, a month? Is that soon? Just depends how old you are, whether a month feels soon or not. And so, you know, I mean, the whole thing with the Wizardry game is like you're exploring an unexplored dungeon. The old games, you would be kind of expected to plot everything out like the map on like a grid paper. Not anymore. Nowadays, they usually have an auto mapper. Etrian Odyssey was interesting in that you drew your own map on the DS screen. There's a Dead Cells Castlevania DLC. I almost streamed that instead. I thought about it. I was looking at the DLC before I started the stream. But I'm like, I'll play some Monster Hunter. It's been a while. Yeah, and filling out the map is very satisfying. They're releasing it on the Switch. It's apparently getting a Switch PC release as well. Eventually. Maybe not right away, but probably eventually. What do we got? Is this Tetronodon ever going to leave? Ever? Let's sort by level. That one looks okay. Do I only solo hunt? I do SOS sometimes, but it's pretty hard in this game to find anyone. Fun and challenging? Does it, like, is it just an addition to the main game, or does it put you, like, in a new area? Is leveling for Anomaly still a bit grinding? Oh, yeah. Yes. Very much so. Yes. How's our water hammer look? But that's going to be a lot of work to set up. Current AR? 197. Almost maxed? Brother, we still have 200 to 220. We got some ways to go. I mean, thank you. Thank you for your belief, but we still got a while to go. We could use Iron Shell, right? Maybe drop that Spirit Bird's Call for another Iron Shell. What could I put here? Oh, we need focus. Up for runs if you want. Maybe in a bit. Maybe later. I'm going to do some duos. I think how I'm going to do this. I don't need that full stun resistance. Oh, I can't have that. How am I going to get rid of? Technically, you don't need it. But it really does help having 2 points of focus. Charge Master? If you could fit it, sure. Get the blue scroll buff? Oh, I completely forgot about that. No, I didn't do it. I forgot about that. I guess I could just put one grinder here, right? How do I have... Okay, we'll put focus here. And then instead of the steadfast, we'll put grinder. And here we'll put, like, mastery? Wasn't focus for the double hit, or wasn't that a bug? No, no, no. Focus makes it so you automatically get the double hit on the second hit. I mean, to me, it's worth it. That's a lot of water. Whoop. Can I upgrade this anymore? Oh my god, that's awful. Is that defense boost just an extra, or is it super worth it late game? It's an interaction with the Valstrax armor. Let me just double check the water hammers. I think this is the best. There's no way anything comes close. 310, 38. Man, I made a lot of water hammers, didn't I? That's kind of funny. Oh! It's bad for me. It's going to be worse for you guys. Strap your nuts in. One of these days is going to be like, oops, all afflicted shell farming. Jesus Christ. Just like absolute hell. So you could just eat for full resistance. You're feeling confident. I kind of want like bird collar. Here's what I want. I want bird collar and then I want resistance. But I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I'll just eat for the... Oh. Damn it. I'll eat for this. Fine. I just hope I don't die. It's just they hit so hard, man. I mean, even with resistance, I mean, they just like squish you. You just get squished. I think I remember how to use this weapon. I was thinking about how scuffed it would be for me to try and set up like a little micro arena tournament when I'm in Osaka. Do you think anyone would show up? That's like a really good question, isn't there? There's got to be like a Japanese Monster Hunter group. No, you say no? There's got to be some people that have been like waiting for their chance to come out and do some arenas. Not for me. I mean, Nihongo ga hate desu. Nihongo Jozu Junaides. The last time I talked to Moss, a couple months ago. I still don't really know what part of Japan he's in. I mean, he's probably not far from either Tokyo or Osaka. Not even if you paid them. I would pay them. They would have some sort of a reward for competing. It wouldn't just be like show up. All right, now leave. Maybe you should message him. We've talked a little. I haven't talked to him since the beginning of the semester. My Japanese has theoretically improved. Although pretty much like the entire semester has been about learning the short form, which I would never use with him. Or like quotes or thoughts. Now, I don't know how helpful that would be. I don't know that's really, I guess my vocab has expanded a little bit. Well, I did not get really any health bugs. So, I mean, that sucks. All right, so we want to be in blue. Winner gets to see hole. I don't know that I'd be able to even get a venue large enough to fit enough people if that was the award. It would just be nice to have like some in-person tournaments. You know what I mean? Just a different sort of feel to it. What's 8 a.m. class in Japanese? Hachiji ni Nihongo no kurasu desu. See, like, he hits hard, man. Like, I don't have a lot of health. Oh, fuck. See, I barely even had a chance to move. I'm telling you, man, I need more health than that. That was sad. It's not even a good route for this map. It's a good thing it's not a one-cart quest. No, it's so screwed up, dude. Like, I feel like we just started this chapter and, like, we already have the quiz for, like, knowing all of the Japanese vocab. That's like 60 words, bro. It's not like a short little thing. It's like 60 new words. And we just started. Like, Friday, we were finishing our last assignment for last chapter. And now it's Tuesday. I got to know all the words. Jesus Christ. It's very unreasonable. Moody this. Moody is unreasonable. It's unreasonable. You learn Babel? You're going to learn how to speak French soon? Any reason you want to learn French? No, I mean, look, first semester wasn't baby. First semester was hard. I mean, obviously it gets harder as you go on. But it was still, like, not easy. You had to learn all the hiragana. So you say you know Japanese, say every word. Mina de Tonga. That's every word. Ha! I did it! You little baby brain? Huh? You little English-only speaker? Go suck on a nipple, you little baby! All right, hold on. Let's. I hope this works out. Damn it. Maybe I just like suck. Maybe I'm just bad at this. Let me get my thing out. Which nimble? Doesn't matter. I inspire you to do different things. Yo, man, you know we don't know how long we have, dude. This is not supposed to be like an inspirational Hallmark gift card, but like, don't wait. Get it done now. Ow! You're gonna soon bite your screen? Don't do that. I'm a bad example. Don't do that. Jen got real mad at me. It wasn't so much mad. She was just like looking at me like I was like deranged. And like, I'm not deranged. I knew what I was doing. I just didn't know it was going to leave permanent marks on the screen. Like, how was I supposed to know? She was like, why would you do? She's like, why would you do that? I don't know. I don't know why I do the things I do. Do any of us? You know, we're all just walking chemical reactions, right? Don't blame me. Blame the science. Don't kill me. He's about to go, man. He's gonna go. Yeah, all right, here's what we need to do. This. No, stop, please. Hit him! Hit him in the face! Am I stunned? Oh no. This is it. Baby game. I need like... I mean, that hit pretty hard, right? I mean, that wasn't bad. Oh, wait, he hasn't detonated. Oh! Maybe they didn't make the right choice by adding followers? It's just to make the game a little bit more baby. Oh, right. What if I just did this? I mean, that worked, right? All right, we got Blood Blight. That damage buff with the blue scroll? Oh, there we go. I forgot about that. Oh, we could be doing so much more damage. Hey, I think we had the extra elemental defense. Man, we're going to take even more damage now. But we're going to deal more damage, so. Does he explode everything right away? Can I get in there? Kind of. You wonder why damage is bad? How dare you? You're right, though. I'm putting it all together, man. One step at a time. I don't like the air transition. Water strike the explosion? Okay, well. I mean, yeah, all you have to do, like, the only way you have to gauge your damage in this game is, like, is the number bigger? Is the monster dead? There's no hit stop. I don't think I've ever water stroked his attack. Does this even work? This doesn't work, right? He just ignores it. Yeah, water stroke doesn't sound right. It's a little sus. Can you speedrun all the way to Katie? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What's Katie? Pulled her off? Depends if she's up. I mean, this damage is okay, right? I don't know. You can't really compare anything to, like, Greatsword. Depending on whether she's up or not is whether you win. You're not allowed to check ahead of time. That's kind of funny, actually. Get to the end of the run. KT's not there. We lost! I should take it over to the water, but I'm just going to go over here. Playing 60? I play at 60. Gameplay seems too smooth to you. I get a lot of compliments on my streaming quality recently, and you know what? Nothing actually makes me happier. I would rather hear about how good the stream looks than literally anything else about the stream. No, it's at 60, dude. I don't know what to tell you, man. I am a professional streamer in almost no ways, but apparently that my encoding settings, primo. My stream makes Rise look good. I'm gonna start asking Capcom for direct sponsorships. Try ATKT. The what? The high ranked one or the master ranked one? Forehead is shinier than ever. Love it. All right, do you want a week or a perma? This will be the second one of the day. I say that, but it's really like a trick question because I'm probably just going to perma you anyways. And I'm feeling good in my haircut too, you know? People are like, keep ragging on me. Fair enough. All right. If I can do 2 weeks, we'll do 2 weeks. There you go. That's me being merciful. Because I'd be so much meaner. I'm really not. Am I dead? I'm dead. Whoa! Survived with 1 life. I don't think the stream looks so good in 160p. Are you serious? Does it really look better in 160p now than it used to? I never really checked my 160p quality. I really should. Reminds you of Agnactor? I mean, he's a wiggly lava boy. I mean, what else do you want? Surprised the open with that? I'm not. They're probably European. It's usually the Europeans. First guy was definitely like a German. Oh, maybe it translates differently. I don't know. Well, we almost got the water strike. Both have German names? I know. I mean, we do have a significant... We have, like, a noticeable German audience. Something like 5%? viewers are German? I'm really, honestly, not a good look for Germany. Yeah, you think better. Aesthetic humor is common? I mean, they've got, like, good public transportation and, like, nice beer. Like, you think their lives would be better? You think they'd have, like, more things going on? They've got, like, a good economy, like, good healthcare. Maybe that's the issue. They don't have enough conflict in their normal life. So they gotta, like, find it online. I don't know. I know they've got, like, high energy prices. Like a lot of places in Europe do. They hate living in Germany? Tell them to move to, like, the Midwest United States of America. And then see how they feel. Move to the middle of Nebraska. You'll be begging. You'll be begging to go back to Germany. You're like, you wouldn't make it a week. You'd be like, you eat this? Excited to Japan? Japan should be a good time. I think universally Japan will be a good time. Can you move to Nebraska for a week as a stream? I would need to be sponsored heavily. There would need to be a lot of money involved for me to move to Nebraska for a week. I mean, I understand the existential angst, but, like, I'm sorry, like, at a certain point, you realize, like, you got it pretty good. Better than most. I'm not saying that doesn't, like, I'm not invalidating Germany's existence. Like, you have a right to be as miserable as everyone else does, but I mean, come on. Cost of living is like a sponsorship? I would need to rent an Airbnb. One that had decent internet and a couch, at least one couch. Can't be that bad. There was once an experiment in United States history. There was some area in the U.S. The U.S. government was giving people land for free and actually paying them to be there. And it was unsuccessful. Like, people just left. People abandoned their free homes because it was so miserable out there. They're like, you can't pay me enough to be out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm not saying there's something inherently good about, like, living near a coastline. That just happens to be where everyone is. And, like, people are social creatures. You have to sleep? What is it, like, midnight? 1 a.m. for you? Daylight savings time is about to switch over, so European stream times should be slightly better soon. It'll help a little bit. No, I mean, I've decided I want permanent daylight saving time. I want it. I'm into it. I've been sold. It's just better. It's better for me specifically. It may be worse for everyone else, but it's better for me, so I like it. Makes it easier to stream to Europe. It's an hour closer in time to Europe, so more of Europe is able to watch before they have to go to bed. Night streams are more reasonable. No, it's going to be permanent, dude. I think this might be the last time it switches. It might switch one more time. Well, Arizona is a wonderful place. Well, like, apparently, like, farmers never enjoyed the switch. This was a mistake. I screwed up. No, man, they passed a law, dude. They're like, we're making daylight savings time permanent. This is a hold. This is a huge mistake. My understanding is the only reason it hasn't happened yet. Why is he's already rideable again? Was because they had to, like, do something for the airlines. I think farmers prefer normal time better. So it gives them more light. More light in the morning. I don't know. It's all backwards, dude. You mentioned if some states refuse to do it, so we had different times everywhere. I mean, I know I've got some history here. Imagine, you know how much I hate time zones, but instead imagine if there were no time zones. Like there's only one time zone in the People's Republic of China. And likewise, almost everything in Russia is based around Moscow time. So everything's screwed up. Can't we take away time zones? Planet doesn't work like that. Doesn't the People's Republic of China? They don't care, man. Some people are getting up real early or staying up real late. I mean, you know, the clock is just a number that you look at anyways. What's it matter? It don't matter. It's just a clock. Make it up. Guys, I'm freaking out. When am I... Domino's is ghosting me, man. I emailed you guys on Sunday, and you have not gotten back to me. You send me coupons. I don't want coupons. I want my gift card. I'm going to call them. I'm calling them tomorrow. I got paid, but I still want my $50 gift card, man. Domino's is nasty. There are way worse pizzas out there than Domino's. Papa John's? Like, you may as well just be eating garbage. Like, you may as well break into a dumpster behind, like, a Whole Foods and tear into whatever plastic bag is out there. And just eat it. Your local Domino's manager walking out and going into a meltdown and then ghosting you when you try to get a refund. I'm not going to give up, man. Domino's is the best chain pizza. As long as you're spending your own money and it's on the app, it's great. But the second that a gift card or a refund is involved, like everything goes out the window. How is my best Nargacuga 125? There's no way. There are odds you can get something decent in a Whole Foods dumpster? I agree. All right, let's see if we can find one on there. Pizza is better than Domino's? See, I haven't had Pizza Hut in a really long time, bro. So, like, I just don't know. It's very possible you're correct. How can I eat the pizza? I was paid by Domino's through Twitch to review the Domino's loaded tots. And in the process of that, they sent me a $50 gift card. Now, the gift card didn't work, so we just bought the tots with our own money, and that's fine. I still made money, but I want my gift card. I mean, Little Caesars is actually probably one of the best because I like the texture of their pizza. It's more like a bread than a pizza. There's got to be a Nargacuga out there. In the whole world, there has to be at least one. Little Caesars pretzel crust with jalapeno cheese sauce? That sounds great. This game is terrible. Here's the way it should work. At a certain AR, every monster in that tier is unlocked, and you're allowed to adjust the AR and the quest modifiers to whatever you want. This is bullshit. I should be fighting Nargacuga right now. Nope, can't fight him. Call up Jono. It's gonna be like, I promise you, the last update, that's what it's gonna be. Here you go, guys. We did it. Go back to wild charts. There's some side quests I want to finish for real. We'll get there. When the update comes out. Try to, like, reinstall the game, Fume. Go back to Neo 2. That's the rough thing is, like, people just don't like watching those games. And, like, I don't know, because I guess I don't really watch too many people play them outside of, like, Last to Load, who's, like, an absolute god at the game. But I guess maybe they just aren't good stream games, or, like, people don't play them, so, like, they don't connect with them as much. I don't know why. It'll be one of the things I think about forever. Why Neo never got the justice it deserved. Play Neo 2 again? I want to, man. Like, just playing Wo Long, just like, why am I not playing Neo 2? Did I beat Wo Long? We beat it, was it the second day? And, like, the worst part about it is then, like, I have to think about, like, am I just, like, a hipster? Am I like one of those guys? Do I need, like, a flannel shirt and a beanie and, like, even worse, facial hair? Thick black-rimmed glasses? You know, sipping single bean sourced espressos on stream while talking about how great Neo 2 was and how everyone else is too dumb to appreciate it? Maybe. Maybe I am. Didn't like the movement? It feels weird? It's fine, man. I'm not judging you. I mean, you were definitely in the majority. If you're not a Neo gamer. But like, I don't play in Neo because like, I think other people are going to think I'm cool for playing it. I play it because I enjoy it. Oh, he doesn't really cause a trigger there, does he? You have a level 182 Narga? Maybe I'll let you in after this one. Do I enjoy this? If I turn my brain off, this is a great just chatting game. This is almost better for just chatting than like world speedruns. Like during track gathering. That's about where the level of difficulty is. Like when I'm doing a speedrun, like sometimes I gotta think. Yeah, triangulate a little bit, like when I'm fighting like Teostra or whatever. I think a little bit. Nergigante, gotta think a little bit. This game, I don't have to think. Just turn my brain off. Just go full smooth. You know, so the just chatting is pretty good. So for people who don't really care what I play, just chatting's better. For the people that for some reason only want to watch Monster Hunter, I mean, they got that. They got this then. No, stop! Stop targeting her! You gotta do, like, trigonometry to try and get them both. Toughest monster in Rise? I guess, I don't know. Risen Velstrax? Push the right stick? I, like, rebound all my controls, so, like, I don't know what they are anymore. I know the important ones. I think they should make a female Rajang. I mean, Rajang is not necessarily male. He could be female. Or she can be female. You know, there's only certain subspecies that are, like, categorically a specific gender. Otherwise, they're presumably, you know, like, whatever the natural selection would be. And even for Diablos, like, not like, there are some normal Diablos that are female. It's just specifically A female Diablos in breeding season is Black Diablos. So you see a Black Diablos, should be female. You like Gammoth is female? You run a commercial? Why there's not a female? You're gonna have to watch the VOD. I'm not explaining that again. It's too bad. Are people still out there still like doing the charm melding thing? You ever see Bloodbath Diablos again? Probably not. I mean, they took a lot of Bloodbath and they put it into the Apex Diablos. Am I rolling mouse and key or controller? I almost exclusively play on controller because mouse and keyboard hurt my wrists after a while. You know, it'd have to be a very compelling reason for me to play in mouse and keyboard. Like, if I do a first-person shooter, usually I'll do mouse and keyboard because, like, it's weird not to. Bloodbath and Monster MOBA? I guess you might see Bloodbath in, like, Teppen. He hasn't already showed up in Teppen. Yeah, see, like, I just wouldn't play Sea of Thieves with mouse and keyboard, even if it were, like, better for, like, PvP and stuff. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for your wrists to hurt so much the next day you're, like, wondering if you cause permanent damage. That's my take on it. What are you doing, dude? I have no idea what your combo is. Is that it? Oh, wait. We never got the buff, did we? Let's do this. We can be dealing more damage. Well, I know Nefudis plays a lot of Sea of Thieves. Doesn't really matter what they're doing. Just like, you know, it's a first-person shooter. Kind of. So if you're ever on mouse and keyboard, you're just putting yourself in a position where, you know, unless you've got really good ergonomics, probably messing up your wrists a little bit. Pleasant. I mean, Rumble feels good, man. I'm into it. You know, I've always enjoyed force feedback or whatever you want to call it. It's always like I've never thought it was like lame or gimmick. Controller I use? So I've done a lot of experimenting on controllers in the last couple years as a professional video game clown. And I've enjoyed a lot of them, but I think what's most important to me nowadays is having back paddles. And when you do that, you're already kind of like limiting yourself to what you're able to use. For me, the most comfortable and cost-effective is a DualShock 4 with the back paddle attachment. So I just have a DualShock 4, and then this comes off. This is like a little, you can like remap the paddles to whatever you want. I just have L3 and R3. I never want to push an analog stick again, because like, it always sucks. Like, it's never been like, pushing on the analogs is never good. Second, like, it definitely wears the controller down. Like, it's one of the reasons why stick drift happens. It's not the only reason, but it's a reason. So, you know, you can get a DualShock for like 40 bucks. And then I have an adapter. I got a Mayflash adapter. It was like between $10 and $20, and it makes it so the PlayStation 4 controller is detected as an Xbox controller, which isn't that big of a deal, but like, it just like helps a little bit with compatibility. I have the official DualShock 4 Bluetooth adapter, but I don't want the functionality of like the touchpad. Yeah, I don't want the computer picking up the fact that it technically has a microphone and a touchpad on it, because it just like messes things up. It's just like, all right, now I got to deal with like, it thinks there's a microphone and it thinks there's all this other crap. So, am I dreading when back buttons become standard? No. Back buttons should just replace L3 and R3. Why would I dread it at all? It's the best thing ever. So that's me. I mean, you do you. Other controllers I've liked. I like the Switch Pro controller. I think that's pretty good. For very casual gaming, I don't mind the Xbox controller. I have an 8-Bit-Do Pro controller. I do not like the back buttons on that one. But as a normal controller, it's pretty good. It's a little fussy to get like either turbo or macros working on it, but if you just use it as a normal controller, it's fine. Original Spaceship Xbox controller, the Duke? I don't know if I ever owned an original Xbox. I think my friend did. You know what? I take that back. I did have one for a little bit. It's all right. You ever played Monster Hunter with a fight pad? I've played Monster Hunter with my feet before. What about the Mad Catz Extreme Gamer controller? That sounds like something that's going to install either spyware, a Bitcoin miner, or Roblox on your computer. See, like, I've never had drift on my controller. I've never had drift on my my Switch Pro. But thank you, Just Advance. Maybe I'm just lucky, I don't know. I've had some really bad Joy-Cons before. Oops. Yeah, the main thing for me on the Switch Pros is I wish the back paddles were better. I love the triggers, though. Triggers are very short. They got a very short pull distance. So if you have to spam R2 or L2, it's very easy to do that. Did I go through a lot of Joy-Cons in a treadmill stream? No. I had a pair that got kind of wore down, but I bought another pair. But it wasn't like I was replacing them every month. And I still think Joy-Cons are the best controllers if you are on a treadmill. Or, like, on, like, an exercise bike or anything like that. It is worth investing in a setup that utilizes them. They're terrible controllers in general. They're among the worst controllers you'll ever use. But for, like, split gaming, I mean, that just doesn't really exist on the market. So, they've got their advantages. You know how some people beat Elden Ring with a dance pad? Presumably, you just get yourself a really overpowered build that you can farm up to reliably, and then just hope that your overpowered build does it. But I don't know. I mean, have there been naked dance pad clears? To be honest, it's worth it. You'll get a lot of attention on the internet. Dance pad beat Elden Ring or Dark Souls or whatever always gets clicks. No matter the build, it's impressive, yeah. Why have I stopped gearing up for Armored Core? I was trying to go backwards through the series, but the next game backwards requires a disc copy. Maybe I'll be able to pick one up when I'm in Japan. It got a very limited physical release, and you can imagine that the prices have gone up like crazy. I guess we could always skip it. Heard vanilla Armored Core 5 is bad compared to Verdict Day. I mean, Verdict Day wasn't, like, great. You know what I mean? It was okay. But it wasn't, like, amazing. Yeah, maybe I should just skip backwards to, like, the PlayStation 2 and PSP era ones. Two gems. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll just play 4 units. I don't know. We're probably going to have a decent amount of variety in Japan. I mean, I don't really know how the streams are going to be. Some in real life, some video games. I guess it's probably too far ahead to tell. Holy crap. That's pretty good. It's probably too much crit, but I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, that's gotta do something for something. I mean, I'll take it. All right, Fume, if you want to get in, we'll do that in Nargacuga. Oh, I'll make a room. Any sword and shield? If I have any, I'll make one. Beat Wolong? We beat it on like the second day, and then we did some of the post-game content. It sucked. No, the game was fine. It's a fun game. It had some fun bosses, but you know, if I were to go back and play anything, I would rather spend more time in Neo 2 or just like literally anything else. Farm a full 5-star set? Why don't you? Huh? Why don't you do it? I don't want to do it. You do it. That bad? It's not that bad. It's just like, so, all right. Let me try and think. All right, yeah. All right. What'd you rather have? A Frank Pepe's pizza or Domino's thin crust Hawaiian? Like the thin crust Hawaiian, like I enjoy it. It was okay. But like, I'd rather get the Pepe's. If they're both there, they're both available. Just better, dude. Hey. What? Oh my God, wait. Hold on, I gotta turn off the voice chat. But thank you. I'm glad I could hear him. Hey. Hey. Leave it on? I don't have, he has no way of hearing me. So it would just be him talking to me. I wouldn't be able to talk back to him. Leave it on? I know Fume would be fine. He can hear me on stream, but then he's gonna have to listen to it both ways. It's not good. Use in-game voice only. Let Fume talk. Let him cook. Literally 1984. You're right. Has this been upgraded at all? Oh, it has. Why do I put attack on it? Somebody wanted to see Sword and Shield, so we're going to try and do some Sword and Shield. Now, how do I even build this? This would get less attack boost, but I think with the other... Is it too much weakness exploit? Is Bow worth it to play? It's pretty good. I mean, there are things now that make it easier to play than it used to be. You got, like, invincibility and stuff available to you. And infinite stamina, so... I mean, that's pretty cool. Well, Long's hardest fight is the tutorial boss? That's not true. Okay, the cheats. Okay, yeah, that's fair. So what do we have? How much affinity? Over 100? Okay. I don't really have any way of keeping purple sharpness on. It's not too much crit because, you know, latent power is not always available, so... Maybe we're just fine with, like, Grinder 3. Just live with that. I could maybe put 1 point of Master in. I think we're going to do Windmill on everything. Technically, that's better for elemental damage. 1 point of Master's Touch. It'll help a little bit. It'll help a little bit. What the hell do you know? You don't know nothing. Defense 7 doesn't change anything because it doesn't give us any more elemental resistances. Huh? That's 20% sharpness reduction. Up to 154. That seems like a lot of thunder. Should I try to augment 3 levels? Furious is 1 point enough. Well, technically, 3 points, would be better. Yeah. Might be worth it just waiting for that decoration to drop, though. But it would be better. I mean, you just need to have a lot of resources. You know, and like, whatever's coming out next month is going to be like just as broken. So. It's never ending power treadmill. You know, I should have the Velkhana dog skin somewhere. How far did your Microsoft Rise file get? I don't think we ever got into high rank. It was a fun little challenge. I mean, there's no reason we couldn't go back to it at some point. There's just been other games coming out that I'd rather play. So. There's no reason to go back to it. I mean, it's purely for fun, right? It's just an entertainment value. You know, the challenge of it. But, I mean, like all things on the stream, you know, either I have to be enjoying it or chat has to be enjoying it. Did I think chat was having the time of their life? I think some people thought it was novel, but, I mean, I don't think it was the best content I've ever done. Challenge was naked only multiplayer. It's not the first time we've done a naked-only challenge, but it's the first time we did it multiplayer. It was fun to see some people from chat hop in. I mean, I don't... I don't want to get it mistaken. Like, I enjoyed Wolong for what it was. I'm happy I played it. I had a lot of fun playing Wolong. It's just like, you know, it's just not going to be a classic. That's all. You know, we eat crap food and watch crap movies and shows all the time. Hell, I watch Rent-A-Girlfriend. In the history of anime, that's terrible. But, you know, I enjoy it for the garbage that it is. I don't... You need professional help? I haven't even watched it since Crunchyroll canceled my account. I make that sound like I watched too much Rent-A-Girlfriend and then Crunchyroll had to cancel my account. That is not what happened. I haven't even finished the second season because I haven't had access. Wow, this hits really hard. And, like, in terms of, like, trash anime, it's actually, like, pretty bad. It's, like, not even that good. But, you know, it's just that's just, like, the genre I enjoy. I like sports anime and trash anime. And no, I don't watch hentai, okay. I can't do anything, dude. I don't have any flinch free. No. No need for that. Although there was a study that released that said, guys, you know, don't fall into the No Nut November hype. You should be blasting it, you know, honestly, once a day. It reduces your risk of prostate cancer by up to 1/3. So, you know, enjoy. I need to get my prostate exam. I watched enough Rent-A-Girlfriend. I'm in the clear. Like, don't look at me like that. I'm just telling you what the scientists said. I didn't say anything about hentai. What I say, I only say out of love and concern for your health. Did I just tell you to blast it daily? I didn't tell you to blast it daily. Hold on, what organization was it? I just saw my link to the Masturbate-a-thon 2009 champion. Hold on, who's the group? UCLA did a survey to figure it out. Open up the page on stream. Do you think the winner of the Masturbate-a-thon of 2009 would be willing to do an in-person interview? If I were to visit him in Japan. Would the scientists recommend Rent-A-Girlfriend or Domestic Girlfriend? Rent-A-Girlfriend's way better, dude. It's like not even close. Oh, we got the KO. That's great. I'm not renting out the hentai room to Airbnb. What are you lost about? UCLA did research. They said to minimize your chances of prostate cancer, you should blast it on average about once a day. And the 2009 Masturbate-a-thon champion is Japanese. So we might, you know, see if we can get an interview. How is this complicated? This is not hard to follow along with. So do you think if there was a champion, like, would it be appropriate to charge them more or less for the hentai room? Because, like, they're definitely going to put on more wear and tear. And there's just no doubt. You know. Charge double? I think double's too much, but it should be like, you know, you got to bring your own tissues. Like, I will not be providing tissues or toilet paper. I think that's fair. No. They got to bring all their own toiletries. I'll provide breakfast, sure. I could do that. I just don't, like, I need to be able to control for my costs, and it's, like, not going to be a normal guess. Hentai room available without tissues? I mean, I guess that's the worst. The worst thing you could do be like, oh, didn't give me any tissues, huh? All right, then, I'll show you. His advice was having 10 different masturbation aids. And when the going was tough, he's like, I just thought of my friends and family, which is like, ew! He didn't want to let him down. Do I think of chat when I compete? Only when I'm doing what the 2009 champion does do I think about chat. I mean, you would need to have like a boxed lunch or something. Snacks. Hydration? Maybe like a Camelback? How does win? Dude, I do not know the rules. From what I could gather from the article, it's mostly duration. But I don't know, like, I don't know if they got like a judge on hand. Don't know how that works. If I could jump through time, what time period would you want to be in? We were talking about that on stream the other day. I feel like the 80s, the 90s were kind of nice. Just go there. General economic prosperity. Like the boom era Japan? Imagine how cool that must have been. Everyone had money all the time. I mean, it wasn't sustainable, but it was probably pretty dope for a while, huh? We didn't have the internet? Man, the internet sucks. It'd be weird to exist without the internet. Oh, his life is so much better. The internet is convenient, but I don't know that it's made anyone happier. You didn't have it. You didn't know what you were missing. I guess you would be uniquely miserable in not knowing what the internet was. I was born in a world with internet? How many people here were born without internet? Is that a lot of people? You were cognizant of Y2K? Y2K was fun, man. They thought everything was going to go down. Would I go back in time to save someone to alter the future to save my own future? No. Like, if I was going to die, like, if I was getting, like, Michael J. Foxed in Back to the Future, I would just disappear. I'd be okay with that. I'd be like, peace out. I'd be like, see ya! And just, like, fade out. It would just be like this, like... Can I even do it? I think I can do it. Oh no! I'm gonna disappear! Well, goodbye. But unfortunately, I'm not that lucky. Finally, we're free. Hell, you think you are? Y2K is a fond childhood memory for you? I mean, it was the start. Like, there was like a major technology stock crash after Y2K. Early 2000s was pretty bad. But, I mean, there was a lot of trash companies too. So, Y2K? There was this thought, and it wasn't completely unreasonable, that when the clock switched over to 2000, a lot of old computer systems would stop working because the way they were coded did not account for like a 00 year code. Now, a lot of those systems weren't being used for anything critical, and the ones that were got updated in time. Not many things broke. There was no major disruption to the world, so. I don't know. Am I being too dismissive over it? Maybe I am. You see if Jesus was real and bring back the dinosaurs. So first you'd go to check on Jesus. And then second, you would bring back the dinosaurs? Like so that they coexisted with humanity? Are you sure it's a good thing? You know, if a chicken was big enough to eat you, it would eat you. Is this a real clip from the show, Noxella? That's gotta be from a movie. There's no way there's that much fan service in a normal episode, right? I don't know, man. I mean, you have to imagine, like, when computers were first being developed, like, a byte was a big deal. They didn't have a lot of space. So, I don't know. I'd say don't give them a hard time. I don't know that they couldn't consider it. I think it was just like, you know, what are you going to do about it? I can get rid of this crit element. We could put rapid morph here. We don't need like maximum rapid morph. I know some people freak out over that, but 2 points is good enough. We actually we can get 3 points this way. Although, man, this really needs like protective polish, doesn't it? We don't really need that crit either. All right, I know we've got a good quick switch. You were alive when 1 megabit of broadband was evolutionary? You got afflicted Regios with seething and regular bagel? I do not want to do that. It's not on my list of things that I want to do. We need to switch charger for both. Wait, do we? Yeah. Rapid morph. Right? That's okay. This one? Oh, it kind of goes over on attack, doesn't it? Maybe this one? It's a little bit more flexible. Oh, my brain. What was I thinking of? Oh, it hurts so much. Weakness exploit. Not that you really need it. All right. Do we have full speed sharpening? Yes. And protective polish? Yes. And steadfast? Yes. Okay. All right. That's good. I'll take this. I can live with this. Pee-pee boy? I know what I am. I'm not ashamed of it anymore. Regis is pretty fun. He dies pretty quickly, too. No, we got max it. We got the max rapid morph. What's even the point? It just helps out a couple combos. I'm excited for Final Fantasy 16. I didn't really enjoy 15. It was okay. There were some okay moments. The last time I enjoyed a Final Fantasy was like 14 a little bit and like Final Fantasy 10. Like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna like it. I'm just saying like, yeah, what's the purpose of getting hyped anymore? It's best to keep moderate expectations so, you know, you don't get hurt. I've been hurt too many times. He directed 14? I know, but like, you know, initial 15 was garbage. I'm not saying he was responsible for it. He's the reason why the game exists. He's probably the reason why Square Enix exists. But I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Modern Square Enix cares about NFTs. They still care about NFTs. Yeah, 10 is a good game. Even 10-2 is a good game. It's a little silly. Nah, I mean, PlayStation 2 was the last greatest moment in video game existence. Because you had AAA studios willing to make weird-ass risks. The only issue with 10-2 is, like, to get full context of the game, you know, you need to have played 10. If you want to say, like, 10-2's got the best combat system, I could entertain that. Do I prefer Suikoden 2 to any Final Fantasy? I've played Suikoden 1 2 or 3 times. I don't think I've ever finished Suikoden 2. I was watching a review on Suikoden 2 the other week, and the person that played it said, you know what? There's too much random crap in Suikoden 2. She might be right. She was showing off all the random crap you had to do to get all the stars. Some of it's pretty bad. I don't remember needing a guide for Suikoden 1. Best Final Fantasy is the MMO? It's not Final Fantasy 6. It can never be Final Fantasy 6, but it can still be good. But it cannot be 6 or 5, but it could still be very good. I'm gonna die. Probably. Play the Diablo 4 beta? Depends. Have they groveled about being sex pests there yet? Are they still groveling about that? Because it's real weird, man. I know we have this conversation, feels like every other day. You know, no ethical consumption under capitalism. But, like, they were drinking pregnant girls' breast milk. Like, that's fucked up. That's real messed up, man. I'm not saying you can't ever come back from that. Like, I'm not saying, like, there's no forgiveness possible. But I want to make sure that those guys aren't working there anymore. That's all. Did they work on the game? I really enjoyed Diablo 3. I love Diablo 2. I love Diablo 1. I've enjoyed the Diablo series from its inception. You know, categorically, I've got no issue with the game. But, you know, if I'm going to choose to stream it and give the game attention and time and all that stuff, I just want a little reassurance that the breast milk stealers aren't still at the company. Hopefully. But, you know, like Bobby Kotick, he's still there. He didn't leave. You steal mine? I mean, if we were, you know, hanging out in person and, you know, you just milked yourself and you're like, hey, Shepard, you want a sip of my milk? You know, like consensual milk swapping between friends. There's nothing wrong with that. But, I mean, these were the girl, you know, this was milk for they were literally stealing milk from a baby. It was the Overwatch team? You know? I'm not surprised by that. Oh, I have to switch. All right, so you know what? Maybe we'll play it. You know, it depends. If it's a popular stream game and I enjoy playing it, I will keep streaming it. If not, then you take what you'll get. The only, like, really good project that I know that's been at work at Blizzard in the last year has been the Diablo 2 remaster. Because that was done in, like, the best way possible. Like, I don't know that, like, there's been a better remaster made in recent history. You get a beta key from KFC? I want to get that Double Down. Have I played any of the new seasons? Nah, I haven't played Diablo 3 in a long time, bro. Because, like, I don't want to play with a mouse and keyboard. Like, I want to play on a controller. And, like, I don't want to buy it on console. Gonna stream RE4 Remake? Probably. I love RE4. My thing is, like, there's no reason they could not have backwards patched PC Diablo 3 to support controllers. There's no reason for it. Other than, like, they just wanted to sell more copies of the game. People are like, oh, you can't add the roll. It'll ruin the balance of the game. You telling me PC players don't want to roll? PC players would want to roll. Why wouldn't they? And it'd be less work. There'd only be one copy of the game they'd have to update. But no. So, like... Oops. Grim Dawn? I tried to play Grim Dawn on the Steam Deck, and it was ass. Sorry. Controller support wasn't very good. I'm not saying it wasn't there. I'm just saying it didn't feel good to me. Ooh, I'm almost dead. Ooh. Didn't play good, man. Don't know what to tell you. I downloaded it. I just tried it like less than 2 months ago. It sucked. Don't know what to say. I wanted it to be good. I downloaded it. It wasn't like I was downloaded it to be like, ugh, this game's gonna suck. I can't wait to crap on it. It was bad. There was a universe Diablo 3 kept getting expansions and continued to get better. I mean, there wasn't really any reason to stop releasing it. I mean, you know, I know their whole cash shop thing didn't play out. I think what happened was, like, the new exciting thing to focus on was Overwatch. Because, like, loot boxes could be, like, theoretically infinite content. And they didn't have a solution for, like, how to replace the, like, the marketplace. You know, for most companies now, it's not enough to be like, we've got a $40 expansion plan. Like, they don't care about $40. They can get $40 from a whale on a gacha system that they implemented. Thank you for reminding you to pre-order Diablo 4. You're welcome. You play Diablo 4, you get the beta? Such a messed up concept. Like, all right, little pay pig, pay us extra money, get the deluxe edition, and we'll let you beta test our game. But I mean, I hear you, man. I would do the same thing if I was excited for it. Yeah, if they were like, buy every console copy of Monster Hunter 6 to get access to the beta for 1 day, I'd be there. I'd be slurping that up. No, I don't. You think there's... How many people do you think that played Diablo 2 or even still at Blizzard? I mean, the people that worked on the remaster wasn't even like Blizzard employees, right? Wasn't it like an outside company that did that? I didn't mean to get the arm here, but maybe we'll get a trip. Good job, Fume. That was a fast hunt. You know, Seregios is a fun fight. Does a lot of damage, but dies pretty quickly. That's very enjoyable. Actively trying to simp for the D2 crowd. I mean, Diablo 2 is just a good game. The only thing that I think about when I think about Diablo 2 is outside of my own experience playing it. I remember tuning into like a Diablo 2 stream that had somehow hit the front page of Twitch. And it was a guy, no joke, playing hardcore, like, teleport sorcerer farm. And he streamed 12 hours a day of doing nothing but bail runs. Just like teleport, 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 teleport. Explode bail, pick up the loot, teleport, teleport out, reset. He did like, probably like 60 runs plus an hour for 12 hours a day. It's me and Narwa streams. I was never in the Narwa streams. I don't know how he did it, man. And he was like, and you know what? The craziest thing about it is he was smiling as he was saying it. He was smiling. How is that different than a Monster Hunter run? The fact that you can't tell the difference is sad. Like a TA run? The TA run, the purpose of the TA run is the run. The purpose of the sorcerer teleporting is the things that explode out of the monster. It's like they couldn't be more different. Oftentimes in a TA run, they don't even grab whatever the monster dropped. The best part about it is you're playing on a hardcore character. That's like where the respect comes from. Risen Kushala. Was this what I was using? I don't even know what I'm using. We'll use this one. Anyone have a link to a Switch X set I can build at MR110? I mean, just do full chaotic, man. You can do full chaotic. Something like this. I mean, obviously this is for Kushala, but full chaotic is that good? It's not bad. You just gotta get a lot of healing in you, but I mean, you'll be okay. Batman pajamas. Still thinking about my niece. Stopped by to see her on Friday on my way back home. Sitting on a couch, watching Paw Patrol in her pajamas, eating just a bowl full of shredded mozzarella cheese. And the best part is she was using like a tablespoon measuring spoon, so it was like extra deep. She's like getting little spoonfuls of cheese out there. Just having the greatest time of her life. And she saw me, and the first thing she said, monkey! Not because I look like a monkey. I might look a little like a monkey, but she wanted to play the monkey game. I didn't know she would be there, otherwise I would have brought it. We would have played some monkey together. Why not? What is the monkey game? What monkey game do you think it would be? I am the monkey. I take no offense at that. Now, we play the monkey game. I try to use... You thought you meant a real game in real life? No. She did want to have the couch cushions thrown at her. Which me and my brother-in-law did do to her. We did bury her in couch cushions. We did. No, she got buried, man. She got sunk, dude. It's like 5. While playing monkey. I didn't have the monkey game, man. I didn't have it. Otherwise, we would have played it. We didn't have it. I have a phone? I'm not letting her hold my S23 Ultra, man. I'm not even, like, comfortable holding my S23 Ultra. I mean, I got small, weak, slow hands. But, like, she's 5 years old. I mean, she's even less... I didn't even have a case on it on Friday. That phone is too big. Like, we have found the limit of phone sizes. It is the S23 Ultra. That thing is way too large. Maybe like a professional basketball player could use that phone. Show the phone? It's my head. I got kind of a big head. It's like the size of my head. It's like a tablet. I'm going to show it to you next to the S10. Too large for manlets. Do you want 2 weeks or a perma? This is the new rule for the day. It's a tablet, man. How long have you been a subscriber for? If it was 2 years, maybe I would have done less. No, you got to do the grovel. Sorry, it's the way it is. Somebody's got to remind me in like a couple weeks to take a look at that list. Someone's got to remind me, because like I'll forget. Like I think I've gone months before looking at it. Thank you. When was the last time I checked? Like a week or two ago? No, I checked it somewhat recently. But somebody asked me in the Discord too, and I looked at it. Do I not have magazine here? When it was the time before that, it was probably 6 months. It was probably 6 months. I never ban streamed and multiple bans a stream? I don't know. People are just having like a bad day today. I didn't unban anyone. I looked at some of the ban requests. I unbanned one person who had never chatted before. But it's usually just a denial. Or I just leave them there. Now, there's a bunch of them. I mean, you've got access. You can go look at them. No thanks. I know. See, I don't want to look at them either. You take a peek sometimes? Didn't some guy, like, message you? Was it Saturday? That's kind of creepy, right? What did he... you don't have to say if you don't want to. Like, what did he say? He was the guy that was like, I had sex! Is the groveling worth it? Something. I mean, it's not always even a grovel. I don't think I saw you talk about it, but I didn't see what he said. Oh, I didn't see the screenshot. Ads done finally? We're not even running that many ads. 3 minutes an hour? Twitch wants me to run more, but I won't do it. 6 days, I know I was stupid, but come on. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily inflammatory. But here's the thing. I didn't like where he was going anyways. And I forget how he worded it. But I really was not liking the way he was talking to you. It was very patronizing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like, who the hell, who says that? What is that? Like, what year is it? My grandma? If he was somebody's grandma, it would be acceptable. But, like, we know for a fact he was like, what, he said he's like 35. How do you know he wasn't? Because he said there was actually an active conversation over his gender and age. He was trying to do some sort of like, I think it was like a low-key brag about like, yeah, man, some girl I used to date, she messaged me, and that means we might have sex. Hey, Twitch chat, what do you think about this? My dick was so good. 15 years later and one baby. She wants my dick. Yeah! We're gonna meet up and have sex in real life. It's like, all right, guy, we get it. We get it. We get it. Why didn't I mod him? He was not... I make him sound way cooler than he was. He was not that cool. But that was the essence of it. And then I don't know how... I don't know what it is. Like, you have a moderator or anyone in chat that has like a remotely female name, and you just like in a way it's like it's terrible, Amatsu, but like it's like a bird in a coal mine. Like they just come out and you're like, all right, great. This is somebody we need to ban. It's not fair to you. You're the canary. But if they're going to be a weirdo about that, you know they're going to be a weirdo about even more stuff, so. Oh, damn, that was a lot of damage. People at 35, do they have mullets? Dude, I saw an article that said the mullet is coming back. Rack City, hello. What do you think about that? We doing a mortal vampire build, shenanigans again? Does it look like I'm using it? People have called you probably, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to laugh at it, but the Stories 2 guy that got stuck on you rather than me, calling you a heartless monster. Like, honestly, like, I would kind of take being called a heartless monster as a compliment. Like, I wouldn't even be fully insulted by that. I would be like, I'd be kind of down. No, I read that the mullets might be like coming back unironically. They're saying people with mullets have more fun. Not the mullets. Business in the front, party in the back. So ugly. I don't know. I mean, some people can pull them off. What about a mullet? A mullet with a fade would be sick, dude. Like who? Okay, hold on. MacGyver had a mullet, didn't he? I want to see MacGyver. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, he makes that look really good. He looks great. Look at that. I mean, that doesn't look bad. I mean, that's like actually, it's not even really a full mullet. It's like, that's like a half mullet. Because it's still like he's got like bangs in the front, you know? It's not super short. I mean, that's a mullet, man. No, that's part mullet. Show the full picture. That's how you should have a mullet. That's a mullet. Can I ask him to turn around? I can see if I can find another picture of MacGyver. This one's a this one's maybe a little bit too sexy for Twitch. Be careful, chat. Or actually, don't be careful. Scientists say you should beat it at least once a day. Whoa, he's big. I gotta fit it to screen. What do you think happens if we like stretch him to screen? I kind of like it. I'm into it. I like it. Man, he's so large, man. It's been a long time since Wide Shepherd. I'm not... I don't know if I can handle Wide Shepherd today. No, but seriously, like, you know, I mean, all right, so like that picture, like that's definitely a mullet. That is definitely short enough in the front for that to be a mullet. He still looks pretty good. Now, obviously, he would look good no matter what hairstyle he had, right? But, God, that chest hair is something else too. Now show a bad mullet. Okay. I'm going to type into chat Walmart mullet. I'm seeing a lot of fake mullets. I had a friend in college who used to collect pictures of people with mullets. Like, I don't want to be mean about it. Like, I don't want to be mean to someone because they got a mullet. I'm seeing a lot of mullets with fades, but like back in the day, like mullets weren't like that. They didn't have the fade. They had like hair on the side. He would just collect any picture he could find of people with mullets. All right, so this is an image that was linked under this title, Stylish Modern Mullets. And I would say this is probably not a great looking mullet. Like that's not. Yeah, that's not. That's 100% mullet. It's too short in the front. I mean, you guys asked. I mean, I would say to me, that's not a good looking mullet. That's a gown coat. No, I think they based on the name of the webpage, like that was done deliberately. But MacGyver looks great. I mean, I don't care who you are. I mean, that guy's looking awesome, man. What's a rat tail? It's like a mullet, but instead of like long hair in the back, like it's just like a little thin ponytail. It's not great. Maybe we'll do a seething. I think I've got a pretty high level seething somewhere, right? You know, I think for the most part, you know, anyone that has a rat tail was probably like forcibly given one as like a child. Like, I can't imagine there's a lot of adults that like go to the barber and like, can you give me a rat's tail? Silver Rathalos. No, I never had one. I knew kids that had a rat tail, but I never had one myself. A mullet with dreads? I mean, that's just another variation. I mean, mullet with dreads probably looks okay. Adds a much needed texture and probably length in the back. Long time no see. Hello, welcome back. Yeah, I mean, it's popular, right? To have a short, you know, like a shorter fade on the side or whatever, right? Let's get rid of this one. Let's hold on to that one. Do a silver. You had rough resin Valstrax hunts today? I'm sorry to hear that. You deserve better. He's water, right? Maybe I'll just keep using this. This is fine. I hate having to deal with his head, you know. So this will do well. Oh, where is this? Shrine ruins. Okay. Oof. Oh. 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 Oh, how'd you find that one? I mean, it's creative. What's the strongest shell type with gunlets right now? If you're fighting a training pole, normal's still probably best, but for like convenience sake, I like long, man. Just like you're a lot less likely to whiff your shells, you know? So you can increase your shelling type. So it depends. Like if you're here, like long is great. If you're on the meta Reddit, they're gonna be like, you gotta use normal. But long's fine. It's not that big of a difference. I mean, if you could actually switch your switch skills around so that it's even better. You know, if you used a lot of Hail Cutter, long might actually come out ahead in some fights because you'd be able to get so many more Wyvern fires out. But, you know, it's up to you. It all depends on your playstyle. I mean, you know, everything in this game, if you just upgrade it, it's fine. You know what I mean? So as to using the reverse blast dash, just keep using it. just keep using it until you're used to it. You know, especially like with the stuff you can get off of like Risen Valstrax armor now, or with Chaotic, like dying is no longer an issue. It's just a matter of just getting comfortable with like using the weapon. So there's no really singular right or wrong answer. As long as you're alive and the monster's dying in, say, under 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's fine. Long Gun Lance is nice because you also start getting a lot more options for like good elemental options. So that's pretty cool. Not that I'm using any of them. I'm just sticking with this one. The Magnamolo. I've got a chaotic, what is it? Risen. It's not even Risen, just Chameleos Gun Lance as well. This is a little bit comfier to use, though. Sure. Yeah, let's grab him. That's fine. He's here, right? Why not? It's afflicted farming. Nothing matters. Was Metal Gear Survive that bad of a game? No, I played it, man. I played it on stream. It wasn't a very popular stream game, but I thought it was pretty good. The game treats you like... The biggest issue is the game treats you like an idiot for, like, the first hour. And it deliberately gives you advice that is going to make the game less fun to play. It says, if you want to play this game, you got to build a fence and poke the zombies with a stick. And that is not fun. That is not fun at all. Using a bow and running around with an axe or a crowbar hitting things, that's pretty fun. You know, setting up your little traps and stuff like that, that's fun. Poking things with a stick through a fence, not fun. Play it again? I have it downloaded still. I'm still a member of, like, a Steam group that is dedicated to Metal Gear Survive. As funny as that sounds. You're wondering where I went? I played some games with them. My Steam history is those guys, and one guy I played Killing Floor 2 with, like, 7 years ago. And he'll periodically invite me to a game of Killing Floor 2. Like, we played games for, like, 2 nights. But it has left such an impression that he continues to invite me. It's actually, like, real. It's, like, in a way, it's, like, kind of sweet. Why are my wire bugs green? I've got, like, some skill that makes it so that when you hit with a wire bug attack, they recharge faster, I think. Join him? I like Killing Floor 2. Love that game. Ooh, almost died there. Good job, Fume. Love the first Killing Floor? I like it, but I do think Killing Floor 2 is a better game. I understand there's room for debate. I'm gonna try and help with getting this head broken. Would you play less Longsword or Lance? In modern Monster Hunter? Rise Monster Hunter? They're probably almost equal. I guess Lance by like a hair. I like playing Lance, but you know, viewership goes the way of playing like a Prowler in Generations Ultimate. Just viewers do not like watching Lance. So in as much as I am taken in by the whims of Twitch chat, Twitch chat is spoken. They don't like watching it. They'll watch anything. They would be more interested in me building a set for Lance than actually watching me play Lance. Lance is cool though. You never have you heard me say anything bad about the Lance? Lance is fun. You're all making excuses for why you like Lance. You're not making excuses for why people don't like watching Lance. I'm not arguing with you. Switch to Lance. We got a gun Lance, all right? It's not anywhere close to the same weapon, but it's as close as we're going to get. A still up-to-date Lance build? Absolutely not. No. No. I couldn't even tell you the last time I made a Lance set. I mean, I don't even know how you would build it. I'd probably just ask Harukin what he does. He'd be the most qualified. He still streams. Oh, damn. Okay, I guess you can't block that. Is he free yet? He streams. He plays a bunch of things. Build up like most melee weapons, but offensive guard. No guard up? I guess not. I thought I had a point. Well, not much. If I were Lance, I wouldn't have fainted there. Well, if I knew I had guard up, didn't have guard up, I wouldn't have fainted there either. It is what it is. I agree with that. Just yeet backwards? I mean, I had, you know, like full gauge. Yeah, I could have very easily reverse blast dashed. I didn't. And then I died. That's my story. That didn't hit. It was bad. Well, head's already broken. So that's convenient. I wonder if I helped with that. I guess I probably helped a little bit. That last hit is a little tricky. A lot of tricky monsters in Rise. Kind of like the name of the game. It's interesting. I wonder if we'll ever get nostalgic for Rise when they tone the monsters and movesets down in the future and we're like, I want to go back to a real challenge. I mean, if you stripped yourself some wire bugs, the game would be real hard. If you had no wire bugs and you would just force yourself to use like full Rathalos gear, this game would be crazy hard. Monsters are so fast. It's sad how much less damage he takes. Yeah, if you just modded it so you had permanent 0 wire bugs. Argument for Lance, you can play without wire bugs? Fair. You got some privilege on longsword too, I guess, right? Sure. What if you unbind the wire bug button? It gets used for other things. Or like L2? I don't know, maybe. It would be better just to like make a mod that just set your wire bugs to 0. It would just be more reliable that way. And then you could just remove that whole display down at the bottom of the screen. We never have to look at that ever again. Do I even need Silver Rathalos stuff? I guess not. Yeah, no, it'd be tough, man. It'd be tough if you couldn't do any wirefall recovery. You'd have to play the game in a completely different way. Like, it'd be so much more defensive. That's a lot of coins. This is a good change. Not that we need it. Not that we should need it. Should I do another one? I'm at 200. This Seregios is probably one of the better ones to farm, right? I guess it's not the best, but A6 is the best. A7? Oh, it goes up to A8 now? Very confused. What's the hottest build for Elemental? Oh, just Risen Valstrax, man. There's no question about that. I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. Do I have a Thunderhammer set? I don't know if I want to use Thunder on him. We'll use the Switch Axe. It looks really weird because it's got defense 6 and a bunch of resistances, but it's just the way it is, man. You have a 1-cart Tio? What level is he? Oh, 195? Ooh, that's a good one. That's scary, though, man. I use dual blades for that one. And come scuttling back to dual blades. His head doesn't proc it elemental exploit? That means it's 15 thunder, 15 water? Are you kidding me? Not even when he's like enraged? No way. It should. His foreleg would. His head should. Elemental exploit's 20. These are going to be pretty strong. Oh, Kushala. Oh, all right. Yeah, that sucks. No. Afflicted Purebloods. We can get rid of the sharpness boost, couldn't we? Are we talking about Kushala still or Tio? I need 1 pureblood. Risen Tio. That's awful, man. Can I not get the pureblood? Yeah, it could be Blast 1. Fire Tio should be at least 20 on the head. My life is suffering, man. Let's get those pelts. Not that I really want attack. You know, all right, we'll do 1 attack and then we'll do the rest in handicraft. That's fine. Do that. That's fine. It's not great, but it's acceptable. So do I even need that anymore? Oh, I just barely need it. But, you know, at least we get two levels of it, right? What the hell am I using? What is this? We got a new critical eye thing. I think I want to use it. All right, I'm going to get rid of everything. Oh, it's chaos. No wonder. Oh my god, I'm using the wrong set. I was like, what? This doesn't look right at all. And we want to get we got a new crit eye talisman. This one. Means we can get rid of the tenderizer. Both of the tenderizers? Just one. And then we need at least 2 of the iron shells. We got max critical element on here, huh? That's... I might have to drop that. We're going to drop that for sharp. Do I have full grinder? No. The extra stamina surge is kind of nice. We got 2 points of speed sharpening. That's pretty nice. We don't need steadfast. So I guess that means we can get to the full speed sharpening. Should be full affinity. Just trying to think what else I can fit. I only have 1 more slot. I mean, it could just be attack, I guess. It could be critical element. I mean, we're going to have enough critical element that it could actually matter. I know that sounds really weird. Elemental Bane might actually be good here, too. Like, we might finally be at that point, the dual blades, where Elemental Bane is better. I mean, that is a lot of water, and it's going to go even higher. I would have to do some testing, but depending on the right phase for Teostra, it might be more damage. Evade Extender? Oh, I don't need that for dual blades. Yeah, it's almost 50% more water. Plus Elemental Bane? That's crazy. Evade Extender and Risen Valstrax? I haven't really fought him that much. I mean, I fought him enough to get all the set. But, you know, if you know, AR grind being what it is, it just like feels like it's so hard to actually, you know, want to get there. Heard it, Hammer wants Elemental Bane now too. It hits a lot. You know, if you're, what? I needed one. Oh my God, hold on. We need. Do I have a level 3 slot anywhere? I mean, if I don't... God damn it. I have no idea what to put here. I mean, I may as well just drop this extra sharpness. Put this sharp here. And then switch this one with handicraft. I'll only get a minute of it, but I'll have to mess around. I mean, once we fully augment the dual blades, I mean, they're not going to need it anyway. You always run the switcher deco? I mean, on power file, it actually makes a lot of sense. On not power file, I mean, it's comfy. Don't get me wrong. Why do we think Title Update 5 is coming soon? There's a big, like, Capcom thing on Thursday. And they said they're going to talk about Rise. So they'll probably tease something. I don't know. Maybe not. Could be Sunbreak's release date? Oh, for console? Probably. But, you know, I mean, they might talk a little bit about the upcoming content. I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry if I clickbaited you. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But there is a thing coming. It's not like, you know, out of nowhere. Sooner than you think. I mean, it's probably next month. Sometimes it's nice to be clickbaited. I mean, it worked, didn't it? You're here. You're being entertained, are you not? Were you here for the story, B-Sponge, when I was talking to Jen about how I bit my monitor and put teeth marks in it? I'm just curious if you were here for that or not. Yeah. She really looked at me like I was crazy. Like I was like a completely crazy person. She was just like, why would you do that? And I said, like, it'd be really crazy if you did it, but for some reason I think when I do it, it's not crazy. It's like that's something I would do. That's not like an unknown quantity. It still works. It just has teeth marks in it. Why did I bite the monitor? Because Twitch chat was annoying me and I said I was gonna bite them. And so I started chewing on the monitor. I don't know, there's VODs, you can look at them. I had my reasons. I told you I was gonna bite you, and then I did. I'm a man of my word. Bite us again? I don't want to like start like causing glass shards to pop out of the microphone, out of the monitor. I have to eat monitors?
Look, I will bite you. Okay, if I see you,
I got an offer for a sponsorship for a it's not Raid, a relatively well advertised mobile game today, and I had to be like, they gotta pay a lot of money. Nah, Genshin I would do. I mean, Genshin would be fine. This is one of those games that you always see advertised, but you don't know anybody that actually plays it. I said, I'll do it, but you gotta make it so that if I'm playing this game for an hour or hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever, that it's worth it. Yes, Monster Hunter is the mobile game I'm talking about. You know, it's one of those things they want like when they want a widget in the corner and for the playthroughs to be tracked, like, you gotta be, like, you need to give me enough money that I can start giving, like, money away. Like stacks of money away. I need to be able to bribe my chat. It's not Raid, but it is well advertised. If I stream it, you would know immediately because you've seen the ads for it. I promise you. And I'm not going to say which one it is because when if I do get an offer that I'm like, I'm not going to say it's that one. I'll say, oh no, it wasn't that one. It totally wasn't that one. I want people going back. Hungry monitor eating. I don't just like snack on monitors off stream. I'll see if I can find the monitor. It's over there somewhere. But I do, you know, me chewing on that monitor is one of the better things I've ever done. And I know out of context that sounds really strange, but it's because like I found a way better setup afterwards. Like me putting teeth marks in that monitor led for me to create my current setup, which is like even comfier. So it's in the pile of Spectre monitors. I'll try and find one that I haven't fully consumed yet. Yeah, because now I use a phone and it's like it's on like a little gooseneck thing and it's like super easy to like put like right in like my peripheral vision. The other one was okay. Wasn't great. His wife overheard me telling him about me jump sharding and she was confused and thought I was lying. I feel like I'm getting gaslit by chat because like at least like 25% of you have tried to jump and fart on somebody's head. I'm not saying all of you, but like for every one of you that says no, like there's like a third of a person who will say yes and just won't admit it. What do you mean that's all? You've never tried to jump on someone's head for... I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Normal people jump, point, and fire. You know what? Oops. I was about to say that's what makes me championship material, but I died at a very bad time for me to say. You jump farted, but not in someone's head? Yeah, you're halfway there. Yeah, that was a jump shot, man. Championship material made you poop your pants? You don't get to the champion if you don't poop your pants a little bit. Yeah, I pooped my pants a little bit. Yeah. I did it. I do it again, too. I should probably make sure that my stuff is, like, maxed out before I do this quest. It'd be normal to grab a fart and slap on someone's face? I wouldn't want to make, like, physical contact with them. That's violence. Yeah, I don't like giving someone... Like, look, I'm not jumping at you bare-assed, spraying stuff in your face like some sort of animal. I'm just jumping through the air like you know, gracefully, like a Peter Pan would float by and tooting a little. Why not? And behind closed doors, who's to say? I used to be very proud. Very proud of my farting ability. I used to be able to do it on command. You know, I still kind of can, but nowadays it gets dicey. I'll be real. Like, those Domino's loaded tots were delicious, but they've definitely, at least in some small way, changed my gut flora. Like, I've been pooping so much more, like, in the last 3 to 4 days than I have in the last month. Like, it is, like, twice a day now, and, like, I've never... Like, I don't poop twice a day. That's just not me. I don't necessarily view it as a bad thing, other than, like, now I gotta poop twice. That's more time taken away from doing other things. Can you jump like Hinata? Nah, I used to be able to. Not anymore. It's just like I got things I gotta get done, you know? Homework? Studying? I don't know, you bring your stuff into the bathroom. I always feel like tainted. Have I pooped twice today? Once, and like after the stream, it's gonna happen again. Ever eat and poop at the same time? Never. Now, it's possible I've drank beer and pooped at the same time. But that would have been like when I was drinking, and like all bets are off if I'm drinking. Can't waste any time. I watched a clip today on the South Park. South Park just had a gag about Japanese toilets and bidets, and it was pretty funny. I like that. I mean, you know, I'm the sort of guy, like, I like to be able to take I use a bidet, like a cultured person. But, you know, I like to be able to take a shower afterwards, too. You know? I want to be as clean as humanly possible. You know, I consider myself a pretty hygienic person. You know, I wash my hands first thing when I get home. You know? First thing when I wake up, I brush my teeth. After I shower, I brush them again. And I floss. You know? Brush again before I go to bed. Shower every day. If it's a hot day out, shower twice a day. And now I'm pooping twice and it's throwing me all off. Of course I shower every day. Sometimes I'll shower twice a day. You know, there's this scene in The Shape of Water. Just watch the movie again. Great movie, highly recommend it. Guy's going to the bathroom, and he's trying to say two types of men in this world. Guys that wash their hands before they pee, and there's guys that wash their hands after they pee. You can't wash your hands before and after you pee. It shows the weakness of character. I don't care. I wash my hands before and after. I don't want your filth getting on my pee-pee. And I don't want my pee-pee getting on your filth. I also pee directly on my hands to save time. Before, during, and after, given the time. That's as clean as you can get it. You can't get it cleaner than that. Pee-pee's cleaner than hands? I mean, I guess it depends on the pee. Twitch chat's pee-pee? It's mostly in mint condition, so, I mean, you can be safe with that. How would I know? Hard to say. No one's seen it. Sit or stand? At my house, I stand. If I go to your house, I might sit. I don't want to pee all over your bathroom. I mean, I can aim, but, you know. You don't know until you're midstream exactly how things are going to go. And I mean, I wouldn't want to risk peeing on something of yours. Standing sus? Is that? Hold on. Is that auto? Has that been unauto-modded? Install a urinal? I was thinking of getting a urinal installed in the basement. I was thinking about it. I don't think Jen would be happy with that. Why not? I just don't want to pay for it. At this point, I don't want to pay for anything. It's been an expensive last year, man. So many pipes and holes. My roof. I had a hole in my roof. I had a hole in my yard. I had a hole in my chimney. There's a lot of projects, man. Maybe next year. Absolute nightmare. Happens if there's a new hole, I'm in Japan. Good. Probably will happen. I'll just stay in Japan. Can't tell if that's good damage or not. I don't think I ever did. I don't think I ever got the buff. Did I ever get the buff? I don't think I did. I don't actually want to fight him. I just want to get the buff up. I can't click that. I'm going the wrong way, man. I'm sundowning real hard. All right, we're going this way. I'm not sure. Is he not tweaking out yet? I get very confused with how the Risen monsters work. So their tweaking out is basically their afflicted mode. He looks real weird, man. He's a weird looking dude. When am I gonna get the buff? Here it is. Like, on one hand, like, I enjoy the topples, but on the other hand, like, it feels like it's overused. Like, it doesn't feel as special as it used to. You know, when Elatrion did it, you're like, yeah, man. We worked for this topple. We did all the elemental damage. Sounds like everything's got a topple. Clavinus's fault? I mean, on his own, like, it's fine. Just feels so common, though. All comes back to the bald man. I mean, they probably put him back in the room with the Nintendo Switch. It would have been 2 years ago, man. He got to work on Generations, or on Rise, almost immediately after Generations dropped. So he's working on it as we speak. MHGU too? Could be, man. I mean, at this point, it would be GU3. Oh, too early. Too early. No, I mean, he did. I mean, that was the first thing they did. The development of Rise started with a dev copy of Generations where they just added wire bugs. Just take Generations and add wire bugs, and that's like what they were doing. Like however many years ago this would have been. That would have been around 2016, 2017? I read a tweet the other day and it said, console generations game development is so long now that if a new game were to start development today, it would be planned for the next generation of consoles. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Didn't the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X like just come out? Am I like sundowning? $2020. I mean, it's 3 years ago, right? Man, that's kind of a long time ago, I guess. I mean, we're going on 3 years. I mean, Xbox and PlayStation came out almost the exact same time. I mean, inconsequential difference between the two, right? PlayStation 5 is a kind of neat Neo 2 machine. You have a broken PS4? What's broken about it? I didn't know that. Is it this drive or just the whole thing? It won't even start. There's definitely, like, starting with the Xbox 360 generation of consoles, like, quality of machines have just, like, kept going down, dude. Like, outside of, like, PlayStation 1's disk drives sometimes breaking, like, things never broke. Things break all the time now. Was overheating too fast? Wow. Your Wii U arrived bricked on Christmas? I'm really sorry to hear that. You fix your console by just blowing on cartridge slots? I've been told that that did nothing and it was a placebo, but man, I know and you know it worked, dude. It worked for me. Mom threw out your N64? It's kind of messed up. I mean, it was around Christmas. We got Christian a US Wii U. And he was playing it in bed. He unplugged it from the wall because he thought it was frozen and he bricked it during an update. He had to send it back to the US. I had to send it to Nintendo to fix it, and then I had to send it back to him. I can't believe we got that done. And it was all because of freaking Nintendo's region locking, too. Oh, that was so annoying. It's still so annoying. It's mostly sorted now, but Jesus. We have a GameCube? I got an issue with the GameCube. Maybe I need to clean the lens. Congrats on 201. I'm not proud. That's a really good quest. This is like the quest that I should grind the second the next affliction thing drops out. Or at least that's the one I should grind for this one. All right, it's kind of early. I didn't stream very long today, but you gotta trust me. Like, I've got so much homework to do. I've got 2 pages out of the workbook. I've got a kanji sheet, and I've got a quiz tomorrow of 60 vocab words. Stop watching movies. I watched 1 movie on Saturday. It's my fault. You're right. It is my fault. Good luck on my homework. I'm not worried about the homework. I'm worried about the quiz. There's a new vocab word. Mean-spirited. Niji kai. I like that one. You spend your free time reading about masturbation contests? I'm trying to help you guys. I poop twice a day, although it feels like we might go 3 soon. All right, I gotta go. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. I love you all. Goodbye. Good night.